A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well. A lot of people, and I'm just not one of them, believe that you should live for the now. I think what you do is think about the great expanse of time ahead of you and try to make sure that you're planning for that in a way that's going to leave you ultimately satisfied. This is the way it works for me. Above all else, align with customers. Win when they win. Win only when they win. Be proud of your choices, not your gifts. Do something you're very passionate about, and don't try to chase what is kind of the hot passion of the day. Every new thing creates 2 new questions and 2 new opportunities. Everything you are comes from your choices. Failure comes part and parcel with invention. It's not optional. Focusing on the customer makes a company more resilient. Go to bed early and wake up early. The morning hours are good. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that, but I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying. I strongly believe that missionaries make better products. They care more. For a missionary, it's not just about the business. There has to be a business, and the business has to make sense, but that's not why you do it. You do it because you have something meaningful that motivates you. I told all of our original investors that they would lose their money for sure. I try to spend my time on areas that I think are important for the future and where I think I can add value. I'd rather interview 50 people and not hire anyone than hire the wrong person. If everything you do needs to work on a 3-year time horizon, then you're competing against a lot of people. But if you're willing to invest on a 7-year time horizon, you're now competing against a fraction of those people because very few companies are willing to do that. Just by lengthening the time horizon, you can engage in endeavors that you could never otherwise pursue. At Amazon, we like things to work in 5 to 7 years. We're willing to plant seeds, let them grow, and we're very stubborn. We say we're stubborn on vision and flexible on details. If we think long-term, we can accomplish things that we couldn't otherwise accomplish. If you are going to do large-scale invention, you have to be willing to do 3 things. You must be willing to fail. You have to be willing to think long-term. And you have to be willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time. If you can't feed a team with 2 pizzas, it's too large. If you do build a great experience, customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. If you don't understand the details of your business, you are going to fail. If you never want to be criticized, for goodness sake, don't do anything new. If you're competitor-focused, you have to wait until there is a competitor doing something. Being customer-focused allows you to be more pioneering. In the end, we are our choices. In Invention is by its very nature disruptive. If you want to be understood at all times, then don't do anything new. It's hard to find things that won't sell online. It's not an experiment if you know it's going to work. Life's too short to hang out with people who aren't resourceful. Obsess about customers, not competitors. One of the huge mistakes people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. You don't choose your passions choose you. One of the things that gets me up in the morning is knowing that customer expectations are always rising, and I find that very exciting. Our biggest cost is not power or servers or people. It's lack of utilization. It dominates all other costs. People who are right, most of the time, are people who change their minds often. Teachers who are really good create that environment where you can be very satisfied by the process of learning. If you do something and you find it a very satisfying experience, then you want to do more of it. The great teachers somehow convey in their very attitude and their words and their actions and everything they do that this is an important thing you're learning. You end up wanting to do more of it and more of it and more of it. That's a real talent. Some people have to convey the importance of that and to reflect it back to the students. The best customer service is if the customer doesn't need to call you, doesn't need to talk to you. It just works. The common question that gets asked in business is, why? That's a good question. But an equally valid question is, why not? The great thing about fact-based decisions is that they overrule the hierarchy. The smartest people are constantly revising their understanding, reconsidering a problem they thought they'd already solved. They're open to new points of view, new information, new ideas, contradictions, and challenges to their own way of thinking. Things never go smoothly. To get something new done, you have to be stubborn and focused to the point that others might find unreasonable. We are our choices. Build yourself a great story. We are stubborn on vision. We are flexible on details. We can't be in survival mode. We have to be in growth mode.